Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a horror anthology film, Southbound. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The movie begins with two bloody men driving on a nameless highway in the middle of nowhere. It seems that they are running away from something, appearing to be totally nervous about it. The fluffy one, nicknamed Mr. Fluffy, takes a look at the photo of his beloved daughter. Suddenly, he sees a demon reaper following them from afar, but he chooses not to tell his skinny best friend, called Captain Skinny. After a long drive, they take a break in a cafe at the gas station. As they come inside, the cashier woman asks Captain Skinny for payment for the parking fee. He simply obliges and pays the fee. After that, he comes to the bathroom to wash off the blood, where an invisible demonic force grabs him back. Meanwhile, Mr. Fluffy feels a violent shake on the table. He then sees a reaper still watching them from afar. Captain Skinny comes out, telling him to leave immediately. After they leave, the cashier woman creepily says, "Come again." Strangely enough, they find themselves back at the same gas station after driving. They also find the same cashier woman. It seems like they are trapped in a loop, as they find themselves back at the gas station several times, despite driving away from it. There are also reappears surrounding them. Captain Skinny is determined to go home, while Mr. Fluffy decides to stop running away from the reapers. Mr. Fluffy then walks out of the car. Captain Skinny tries to convince him to go home, but he has already made his decision. As Captain Skinny attempts to drive away, a reaper instantly grabs him out of the car. The reaper then rips his mouth open, leading to his gruesome death. After witnessing the death of his friend, Mr. Fluffy courageously follows the reaper, which leads him toward a motel room. He then comes inside, finding traces of blood. As he comes to survey the room, he finds its interior similar to their family home. A familiar voice suddenly calls him. It turns out that the apparition of his daughter is calling him. He desperately tries to reunite with the apparition of his daughter, but it just keeps running away from him. He then ends up running endlessly in the room, while a staff puts a "Do Not Disturb" sign in its door. Meanwhile, a punk band composed of 3 women, called Beauty, Blondie, and Girly, are staying in the other room of the motel. They wake up suffering from hungover. Shortly after, they drive away from the motel to head towards their next gig. Beauty is driving the van, Blondie is sitting beside her, and Girly decides to get more sleep in the back. Suddenly, their tire explodes, causing them to be stranded on the highway in the middle of nowhere. They try calling help on their phone, but no one can help them, since they cannot figure out their location. They then decide to chill and drink a beer for a while. Soon after, a strange couple, short-named husband and wife, passes by and offers them a ride. They politely refuse the offer, but the strange couple keeps on insisting. The strange couple also offers solutions for their tire. They still refuse the offer. But when the strange couple is about to leave, they suddenly change their mind and accept the offer in desperation. The strange couple then brings them towards the couple's home. Along the way, they see a bear trap in the car and ask the strange couple about it. Husband says that it is meant for catching wild animals. Soon after, they finally arrive at the strange couple's house. They decide to stay there, while waiting for the people that can fix their tires. As wife brings them towards the room, Beauty hears wife weirdly mentions their friend, who is already dead. She then reacts and tells Blondie and Girly about it, but it seems that she is the only one who hears it. Later, at night, they have dinner with the strange couple and their family friend. The family friend, who has an adopted twin child, also appears creepy, like the strange couple. The couple serves them extremely roasted meat. Beauty refuses to eat it, since she is a vegetarian, while Blondie and Girly proceed to eat it. After dinner, Girly comes to the bathroom, where a weird creature appears in the window. Meanwhile, Beauty and Blondie come back to their room. Blondie suddenly starts throwing up black liquid out of his mouth. Beauty then grabs a towel in the bathroom, and finds Girly also vomiting black liquid. She then comes to ask for help from the strange couple, but they tell her that it is completely normal. Husband then gives Blondie and Girly milk, which serves as medicine. After that, the two start acting weirdly. Beauty asks them that they need to immediately leave the house, but the two appear to be already hypnotized by the strange couple, as the two decide to stay. The two suddenly remind Beauty of her guilt, related to the death of their other friend, which might have led them to the current situation. It turns out, Beauty somehow blames herself for their friend's death, that she left her alone in the wilderness right before she got killed in the car accident. Beauty then comes to the bathroom, and cries for a moment. As she comes back to the room, Blondie and Girly are already asleep. She takes a look at the window, and finds the family friend's twin staring at their room. She then grabs a knife and guards their room, but she falls asleep soon. Soon after, she abruptly wakes up from a dream about their dead friend. As she looks to their room, she finds Blondie and Girly already gone. She takes a look outside and sees them following the twin. Apparently, they are heading towards a ceremony. Beauty secretly watches the ceremony. She sees one of them putting a demonic sign on the forehead of Blondie and Girly. The two then transition into their demonic form. The strange couple and the family friend appear to be a demon. Upon seeing this, Beauty steps back in fear and accidentally steps on the bear trap. She then gets the attention of everyone. Blondie and Girly walk towards her and convince her to join them so as to atone for her sins in the friend's death. In response, Beauty punches both of them and immediately escapes out of the bear trap. She runs away and hides in a barn house where their dead friend suddenly appears behind her. She runs away again until she reaches a road. Her face shows hope as she sees a car coming in her direction. She stands in the middle of the road to stop it, but its driver appears to be busy looking at the photos of his girlfriend rather than on the road. The reckless driver then accidentally hits her with the speedy car. He gets out of his car and finds her severely injured. As a response, he grabs his phone and calls 911, where a medical professional instructs him to bring her towards the nearest town. He quickly follows the instruction and carries the injured Beauty inside the car. He then quickly drives towards the nearest town. It appears that the nearest town is a ghost town since there are no people and cars driving around. He sees a hospital sign and brings Beauty towards there. As he walks inside, carrying Beauty, he fails to find anyone. He keeps walking inside the hospital until he sees an operating room and puts Beauty there. At this moment, the medical professional on the phone instructs him to provide treatment for Beauty since he cannot find anyone to help them. The medical professional tells him to tightly tie Beauty's injured legs to prevent them from bleeding. Then it instructs him to put an intubation tube inside Beauty's throat to let her breathe. He then quickly follows all of the instructions. But Beauty is still dying. So a man suddenly speaks on the phone and instructs him to open up her rib cage. After opening her ribs, the man tells him that he needs to manually compress Beauty's lungs using his hands to let her breathe. He also hesitantly follows it. The driver then manually compresses Beauty's lung, which instantly leads to her death. This implies that Beauty has finally paid her price for not atoning for the sin in her friend's death. After Beauty's death, he turns off the call in frustration and attempts to walk out of the hospital, but it appears to be locked. He then realizes that the people on the phone trick him into killing Beauty. He walks back to the operating room, where he receives a call from his girlfriend. But upon answering the phone, the people from the 911 hotline come to speak again. He then tells them that he does not deserve this punishment for hitting Beauty. The people then agree with him, and say that he can now finally go home, implying that his sin in reckless driving has been purified. The people even give him a new set of clothes and a new car, making it appear as if nothing happened. After wearing new clothes, he proceeds to drive away with a new car and hangs up the phone. In the payphone booth, a woman, who turns out to be the medical professional, also hangs up the phone. Because of her intentional manipulation in killing Beauty, she also creates her own sins. After the call, the medical professional comes to a bar to have a drink. She starts having an argument with the bar owner for not closing the door properly. The big man on the table stands up to close the door in exchange for a free beer. But a furious man, called Angry Mustache, who holds a shotgun, suddenly barges in and tells everyone to stay still. Apparently, Angry Mustache comes there to find his lost sister. As he comes to show them the photo of his sister, the big man reveals its demonic hand and attacks him using it. Angry Mustache then fights back in anger and blows the big man's demonic hand, making the big man release a demonic scream. The bar owner reveals that he knows the sister's location, so Angry Mustache kidnaps him. Angry Mustache forces the bar owner to drive towards his sister. Soon after, they arrive in an ice cream shop. The bar owner then guides him towards the hidden door in the ice cream shop. As they walk inside, Angry Mustache finally finds his sister, who is busy putting a tattoo on a man. His sister wonders how he is able to come towards the strange town. His sister then tells him to leave, since she wants to stay there. The demonic bar owner then laughs at him. In anger, Angry Mustache blows the angry shit out of the demonic bar owner's head before he kidnaps his sister. After that, he drives away from there with his sister. But after a few moments of driving, he reaches the end of the road. As he sees a demon chasing him, he still accelerates the car towards the bumpy way. But the car suddenly stops along the way. His sister then reveals that she deserves to be in the town for killing their parents. The naked demons arrive and grab him out of the car. His sister then drives away, leaving him alone with the naked demons, who come to punish him. Later, the sister is finally back to the ice cream shop, where she encounters a young lady, nicknamed Baby, who intently looks at her. It turns out that Baby comes to the town with her parents for a vacation. After enjoying their ice cream, Baby and her parents proceed to drive towards their vacation house. In a few moments, they finally arrive there. They then start checking the house. Shortly after, the father and the mother drink some wine. As they are having a conversation, they hear a sudden knock on the door. The father comes to check it on the window and sees something strange. He then tells the mother to immediately call the cops. As the mother comes to call the cops, the father takes a look again and finds a masked man standing outside. The masked man suddenly appears near him, which scares the hell out of him. In a few moments, the knocks are starting to be more aggressive, so the father takes them to the back door to leave out of there. But it turns out that 2 more masked men await them outside. They then return to the house. The lights in the house suddenly turn off, and the masked men start breaking into the house. Baby runs towards her room. Meanwhile, the father and the mother hide behind the bed. The masked men find the father and the mother. They try to fight back, but the masked men beat their asses up. After that, the 3 masked men come to confront them. One of the masked men whispers to the mother the sins of the father, which shocks the mother. After that, the masked men shove a towel down the mother's throat, choking her to death in an instant. Meanwhile, Baby hears everything and tries to save her parents. She turns on the car, which calls the attention of the masked men. She instantly stabs the masked man, who comes to check the car. She then smashes the masked man's smelly ass with the baseball bat. Weirdly enough, the 2 masked men just tell her to escape. After that, the masked men come back to finish the father. They then repeatedly stab the father. Right before the father dies, they force him to take a look at the photo of Mr. Fluffy's daughter. It turns out that the 2 masked men are Mr. Fluffy and Captain Skinny, as they finally remove their masks after the murder. Apparently, the father is responsible for the death of Mr. Fluffy's daughter. This means that Mr. Fluffy and Captain Skinny come to take revenge on the father. As they are about to leave the house, Baby arrives and starts hitting them with the baseball bat for killing her parents. Captain Skinny then chokes her with his skinny strength, but she is able to stab him with a wine opener. So she tries to run away again. Unfortunately, Mr. Fluffy suddenly arrives in front of her and stabs her to death, without giving her any Fluffy chance to fight back. After her death, a Reaper slowly spawns out of her body. Reaper also spawns out of her parents' body, and there are also others spawning out of the ground. So, Mr. Fluffy and Captain Skinny immediately help their injured friend and attempt to escape right away. Sadly, the Reaper's tentacles grab their friend from them. At this point, they just run away in fear towards their car. They then quickly drive away. Along the way, a Reaper suddenly appears in front of them and tries to attack them. Captain Skinny decides to just drive forward and ignore the Reaper in front of them. After that, they just proceed to drive away until it's already morning. The ending scene then finally loops back to the first scene, where Captain Skinny and Mr. Fluffy arrive in the cafe at the gas station. In the end, it appears that Captain Skinny and Mr. Fluffy, despite taking revenge for Mr. Fluffy's dead daughter, are trapped in the loop, and possibly will be the next prey to others at this mysterious town, as a punishment for their sins newly created due to killing the innocent girl. It can be surmised that people trapped in this mysterious town are all bearing their own sins, and have to suffer the punishment until their sins are purified. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.